Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. That's right, I have a Christmas costume. Merry Christmas, gorgeous! Welcome to today's festive analysis with a capital P. Let me turn the light on, hang on. Apparently, many of you think that Pentatonix are synonymous with Christmas. I didn't realise quite how Christmassy they were. I just thought of them the same way in all seasons. But I had so many requests to analyse this last year and this year, and I do miss them. I love analysing their beautiful vocal arrangements and basking in the sonic beauty of this five-pointed vocal star. If this is our first encounter, then welcome, gorgeous. I'm Lolly, purveyor of huge amounts of cringe. I'm a singing voice specialist, a vocal arranger, vocal coach, and artist. And today I'm going to be watching and listening to this for the very first time with you, analysing it on the fly. But above all else, I am your fairy voice mother, and my quest is to create a safe, happy, educational, fun corner of the internet for us to all hang out and express ourselves. Do feel free to pop comments below and talk to us. I can't wait to read all about you and how you found this and how you're finding life. And let's go.
Oh, holy night, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our tears.
Just so we can get it out the way and I can focus on the music. Why is Mitch wearing a gi when you're shooting a music video at 6, but jiu-jitsu starts at 6:30? Mitch, what do I know? Sorry, that's out the way. We may continue.
Of our dear Savior's long lay the world in sin and never pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
So in order to begin to decipher something so complex and magical and intricate, we need a map. And our map, in this case, is the key of the song. So he is in D major. So there are some notes in any given key that make us feel cozier and more at home than others. So the 1, 3, and the 5. But then we've also got these little guys. 2nd, 4th, 6, 7, who belong, but they give us a little bit of tension that has to be released. So all of that to say that our opening melody, Oh Holy Night, are on the very cozy 3, 3, 3, 5, but they managed to make such cozy / boring notes so exciting by harmonizing it with some of those more frisky ones. Now, the first time that melody comes, we don't get much harmonic friskiness because that riff is mostly just like 8s and 5s and 3s with a little 7. Oh, holy night. But then the second time, that gets shrouded in the more, I'm not going to keep using the word frisky because it's getting weird, lesser used, more dissonant notes in the key. Oh, holy night. And then we've got this lovely organ-like harmony pad that is on every sort of 2 beats. Another popular song that makes beautiful, unique use of organs is Fix You by Coldplay.
Try your best, but you don't succeed.
The direction of the notes, the way that a lot of them stay the same and then one sort of steps down underneath kind of implies that sort of pedal that the organs have. And then the way that Kirsten goes up on that harmony and some of the others go down and then they meet in unison. Till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. It's very organy. Hang on a minute, is this a new member? Is this the guy that replaced Avi? I'm having a very nice time. God, what a beautiful punch in the soul that was. Maybe that's why the gi. Because he's dressed to just punch you in the heart. No, but this guy though, okay, right, got it. New member, Pentatonix. I am all here for that. Let him just punch me. I just want to get punched again by this. Let's try and get to the bottom of what's going on here. We might be sometime. So the chords are really basic up until now. If it isn't particularly complicated musically, structurally, or whatever, it has to be intricate in another way. It has to carry weight. It has to be either emotional or sonically interesting, and they definitely were. And because they're able to be complex and interesting in so many different facets of music, from emotional to timbre to harmony to rhythm, that's why listening to these performances is so mind-blowing, because there's a finite amount of musical technical stuff that you can do, but when you stack up so many veins of brilliance, it feels like you're witnessing a magic trick. And so it's never boring, and it's wonderful throughout without having to be very musically complex, because it's strategic. First of all, word painting. They sang the word fall in a falling pattern. It's a classic. Oh, fall. Then the way that he sang this melody was so emotional and so heavy, it really felt gospel. I would bet my Christmas tree outfit, at least, which is very dear to me, that he has a gospel background, because the way that he is physically in this music and the way that he can't help but smile, I'm guessing that he really resonates personally with these lyrics and he is fully believing what he's singing, which is really important. I love watching gospel singing because it's so very explosive. Watching someone worship something higher than themselves. It's like they really see their voice as a gift at that time, which they are willing to use at its most optimal, powerful potential to praise the entity that they believe gave it to them. And gratitude is a fabulous, honourable, beautiful thing. The kind of style of agility he's using as well is very gospel. The angel voices. Do you want to know one of the reasons why it's gospel sounding? Because one of the things that gospel singers do all the time are pentatonic riffs. It's not just a pretty band name. Notes that are in the pentatonic scale. This is a beautiful little arranging thing. Divine. The highest, most angelicist note, the one that Kirsten's doing, doesn't change. It stays constant. And then the lower notes underneath move down. Divine. Because you still get suspended in all of the lovely highness, but you get deeper at the same time. So to create suspense and depth at the same time is so beautiful.
When Christ was born. When Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine.
He taught us to love one another.
Oh my god, we changed key!
His
Wow!
law is love, and
It's almost like a magic trick. Oh, this has got to be one of the slickest, most freaking classy, elegant, beautiful slap in the face key changes that I have ever heard. So the new guy is singing our tonic, note number 1 of the old key, and he's just holding it. Fine. And we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna go da 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 da. No, we're not. That fine note used to be the tonic in this key, but now it's the 5th of this key. Because Mitch sneaks in underneath, changes the melody a little bit. And the reason it was so slick is because the melody that Mitch does here, truly he taught us, would work if this was the tonic. Truly he taught us. Or if this was the tonic, which it is now. Truly he taught us. So he changed the melody so that it fit 2 keys to guide you in, hover you over this key change. Truly he taught us. And then to love one another. It would have been way more obvious and clunky and less graceful if he'd have done truly he taught us to love one another. That slight change in melody. Oh my God. And it's so cool because it's disguised as like just a little ad-lib. It doesn't sound that deliberate. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely was that key change? Wow. I love this guy. He's so intense. The way that he pours his soul out on the big notes, the divine. But then this whole night, like it's so real because it's like the voice is light, but the emotions are still heavy.
Boundless peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of
now we've got far more themes of ascension. We've got lots of phrases going up and everything's going up. You've got Mitch's voice, which is obviously high, and then Kirsten's voice, which is obviously higher, and then you've got patterns like up. Everything melodically here goes up instead of down, getting bigger every time and more significant. And grace with chorus rising. Everything's going up and rising, like she said. More word painting.
Praise his holy name.
The weather outside might indeed be frightful, but at least there will be no icy paths with the amount of grit that Scott's pouring all over this. Fall on your knees! The biggest difference here is just a little bit more compression. It's not so flappy and chaotic as like, fall on your knees! It's far more controlled. And so what I think he's doing is just giving his voice a little bit more pressure and doing this ever so slight compression. You've got to be careful practicing this because if you over compress, you're just not going to get any sound out. And if you push it anyway, you could lead yourself down the wrong kind of gritty path, the kind that you can still slip. But if you do want a quick little dabble, just try like a like you've just been punched in the soul. Just so you can feel what it's like to have that tightening. And then see if you can start to just say some words in this sort of compressed tone. And then see if you can sing something through them. The foundation of this is fall. So without that, it's probably unlikely that you can add the compression to it. But if you can do that, fall. Fall! And there'll be a whole variety of outcomes depending on how much compression you ended up adding and what kind of tissues come together over the top. But probably not that one. Anyway.
When Christ was born, all night divine.
What did I just watch? I just feel an overwhelming need to be still, which is not like me at all. It was so cool and tense because you were just waiting the whole time when the big divine is coming. Who is going to do it? What lead vocal is going to do it? Are they going to do a divine? Are they going to do like a flip? Or are they going to do it strong? Or are they going to do the inverse and have a bass note go down? But then having her belt it like that was, oh my God, it was so satisfying. And then at the same time, Kevin's gorgeous beatboxing being like, we fell in. The penny droppeth. And I love throughout that repetition of the title of the song, of the point of the holy night. Divine. And then a bunch of interesting stuff. There are riffs happening. There are repetitions of that oh holy night thing. She contributes to that additional beautiful complexity with a little riff down before she kind of wiggles it all the way back up for the very last time. Oh, wow. And then silence.
All night divine.
I never noticed this incredibly fast, beautiful, rich vibrato that she had in her voice before. Maybe that's something new. Maybe I just didn't notice before. Of course, I have noticed the absence of Avi. I have. But this new singer, obviously it's not the same depth as Avi in this one anyway, but he's got so much more weight in the other realm of emotion. He gave these lyrics 100% of the love and genuineness and truth that they hold. It was spellbinding. Yeah, it's not something that you can sort of have on in the background, is it? But we have a lot of other Christmas songs for that, don't we? So before you pop off for your festive shenanigans this day, I just want to read you today's oracle card. Today we have the teetering T-Rex. We all teeter occasionally. Sometimes we are unsure of ourselves and our decisions, so we pause, waiting for confirmation it's the right thing. Sometimes we dread what's coming, so we stay stuck. Other times we feel we are teetering on greatness. Teeter away, you daft sod, it makes no difference. We're all teetering on the edge of a brand new year, aren't we, at the moment? And so I think it's a good time to remind ourselves that you can trust your instinct, because the worst that you can do is fail if it doesn't go right, and perhaps that failure was a necessary component to your subsequent success. If you never allow yourself to teeter and do the scary thing, then you'll never know. So be brave at this time of year, my gorgeous fairy folk, and at all times of year. Trust your instincts, trust your brilliance, and before long, I think it will be far easier for the rest of us around you to notice it as well. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me and spend all this musical, wonderful, nerdy time together. If you have any suggestions of any musical works of any kind that you'd like to see me analyse, then please do let me know down below in the comments. It is always my pleasure. I love you so much. Thank you for everything this year. On your quests to discover new music, I would be totally ecstatic if you could check my album out. I just released it a month ago. The first song on the album is an a cappella as well, and it's called Ella. So as Pentatonix fans, I would be really curious to get your feedback on how I did.
And I am my brother's keeper, and I will fight his fights, and speak the words of peace and birth, till the world shall set things right.
It would be the bestest Christmas present you could possibly give me to have a listen to that. So it's called To Build a Sea by lolliwren. But most importantly, I hope you truly enjoy this time of year and it brings you peace and happiness and focus for the new year to come. I love you very much, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. I know it probably looks like I just took down one of the copious sets of fairy lights that I have up all year round and wrapped them around my limbs, but it is that. These are a smidgen itchy. It's a Christmas kombucha. I'm gonna pop them down here for now. It's like it has an aftershock sort of thing that's repeating on me. All right, let's analyze this and